Okay, so we just talked about level one, which is the forward move, that pelvis sliding forward during our stride phase, okay? Now we're talking about level two, okay? Level two is rotation of the pelvis, okay? Rotation of the pelvis is really, really important because that's what starts the potential energy of our swing, okay? So in basically any movement, there's a potential energy phase and a kinetic energy phase, okay? So we have to get the potential energy before we can turn it into kinetic energy, right? So think of like a rubber band, right? You stretch it out like this, that stretch of the rubber band is the thing that's creating the potential energy, which is then going to lead to the rubber band shooting off your finger. This is a really, really important concept, and we have to make sure we get this first before we move on to level three, okay? So when we talk about level two, the thing that we're looking for is the pelvis to be able to rotate independently of the rest of the body. So hitters, when they're good ones, they're able to get their pelvis to rotate, okay, while their upper body stays still. And when they do this, it creates stretch across the core, which we can then use to deliver the blow into the baseball or softball. This is the thing that is like the more like sexy thing. When we do this really well, generally what happens is people go up and exit velocity, they hit the ball harder, everybody's happy. But if we don't do level one first and get the forward move figured out, then kind of what ends up happening is people will hit the ball harder, but it'll be kind of infrequent and it just kind of happens and it's more scattershot rather than really consistent, okay? So we go forward move and then we go rotation of the pelvis to create that potential energy. And then the next step is we need to learn how to shorten that stretch that we created, but that's level three. To learn about that, stay tuned.